Hello, beautiful ones. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're enjoying your day. So, today is the day of the multi-dimensional Lightworker show or talk or conversation. So, let me know who's there live, but let me know who's there also as a replay. So, please, in the comment section, whether you are on YouTube, on Facebook Live, or as a replay, let me know who's there. I would love, love, love to see who's live. And today it's special because I'm answering a few questions I've received, a few questions that I receive frequently. And of course, your questions live. I'm pretty sure that you'll find out that my conversation with you, the answers I provide, probably might bring more, questions in your mind. You might feel like you want to get more precisions around the topic of what it means to be a light worker, an aligned and abundant light worker. So if you're watching from Facebook, please, beautiful ones, in the description of this live, you have right at the bottom of the description a StreamYard link. It's like streamyard.com/blah blah blah. By just for 1 minute clicking on that link, it will ask you, do you authorize StreamYard to use your profile link, your Facebook profile file link? By doing so, it allows me to see who's live. Hello, Giselle. So if you're on YouTube, I see you, but if you are on Facebook, I don't see you, and you will be done. It's true that sometimes all those softwares are updating their own, their own systems. So we might have to do that a few times. But if you do that now, I'll see, you see, instead of having Facebook user, I will have your name and your face. So again, check in the description of this live video. Go down the description. At the end, you will have a StreamYard link. You don't see the link? Well, it should be in the description. So it won't be in the comments. It will be in the description, and the description will say something like, I am using StreamYard.com to go live today. So just give the authorization. If it's too complicated, no worries, but just at least put your name after every comment. I would love that. Just when I use that system, StreamYard, it allows me to easily see your comments. So hello, beautiful ones. I would love to know who's there. Today is a special Q&A. So yeah, you're on anyone on YouTube, you're fine. I see your names. It's only on Facebook, so don't worry about it. I'll make sure that next time it's clearer. But please, yeah, like this beautiful Sandra, at least I can see your name. I'll post it in a different message. So next time we're all ready, because it's really like 30 seconds kind of activation. All right, beautiful ones. So welcome to our new members. Every week we do welcome new members. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, let me know where you're from. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know what kind of magic powers you're using. Natasha's here. Wonderful. Thank you for being here. Giselle, Natasha, Sandra. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let me know. I just want to know a little bit more about you. So, and that helps me to understand what people need. If I can evaluate what kind of level of intuitive powers you are working with, then I understand a little bit. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah, you can go on YouTube, but I mean, it's the idea is to keep you here on on Facebook. That's the good thing. We'll find a way. No worries. So welcome everyone. For those of you who are new here, the spirit of the group is really a spirit of authentically sharing what we feel is intuitive growth, but growth in a way that will allow you to understand your own intuitive signature. I'm not here to tell you what to do. to develop your channeling abilities. I'm not here to tell you how to do card readings. I'm not offering a process with really specific steps. This is your work. This is your work. This is what you have to unlock. On the other hand, what I'm doing through whatever we do, posts, channeled activations, or talks like today, is to really help you understand uniquely what you're here to be doing as a mission, as a light worker. And if there's anything in the way stopping you from unlocking your magic, whatever it is, karmic blocks, ancestral blocks, family blocks, childhood blocks, then that's where I intervene. When you work with me, we'll look at your not star seed. Well, actually, yes, star seed. There's a reason why I said star seed and Lightworker blueprint. So we know why you're here on this planet and what kind of tools are you meant to be expressing in your unique way. So you won't find a course here or like a strict method. It's all about awakening you to your unique divine process. So this is what the mission of the group is. And because whatever we do is for the group, but it's also going to connect with you individually. Every time we'll do something together, you will feel that something is activated within you, something more clarity is coming in your field of awareness. And that's all we need. We need to activate you individually. And that's my work. So if you're here for the first time, I'm Natalie. I'm the host of this page, of this group. And if you're on YouTube, welcome. You have friends on YouTube. I am a Lightworker mentor. I am a multidimensional channeler, and I connect to your higher self, to your star team, so you can pretty much what I said, unlock your magic in a way that is really yours. The novelty, I repeat this because it's new. If you haven't been here for a while, what is new is that what I do every week, which I call the multi-dimensional Lightworker show or talk, it used to be every Tuesday. Now it's every second Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, like today, or 6 p.m. Eastern time. But the following week, so the other week, I will just show up randomly during the week to give everyone a chance to be present. So it will happen at different times on different days. So every second week on Tuesdays, and the rest of the month it could happen anytime, and sometimes it's more than once. So welcome, welcome. I wanted to tell you one other thing before we start with the opening activation. I had offered 2 beautiful containers last week. So we had the Empowered Lightworker Incubator in Nanaimo. This is sold out. I had invited up to 4 people. So that's it. My 4 spots are gone. I have a waiting list. So if you're from Nanaimo or can come to Nanaimo, it's on October 15. If ever somebody changes their mind, I still have a waiting list. And if it's popular, I might bring it back in November, but it's kind of a really close group mentoring. It's the best blend of in-person mentoring, individual mentoring, and group mentoring. It's really to create a bond between people. So it's the first time I started this, and we'll see if it's popular. I will bring it back on in November or later in the year, or maybe next year. We'll see. Whatever the energies are guiding me to do. And the other one, the one-on-one mentoring, is full as well. I wanted to work with 4 people. I have 5 students now. And if ever you really feel like you want to work with me or you want to find out how I work, you can still book a call with me or send me a DM. How to book a call with me? Well, you can do it this way. Book a call with Natalie. You can book me, or Natalie, there's many ways you can just book a call with me, natalierestart.com/chat, or send me a DM. I could accept another person, but we would have to make sure we're a fit. So remember, it's always a pleasure to really hold you as you're growing. That's my pleasure. There's no group program, not for now. We'll see. Now it's just one-on-one. All right, beautiful ones. So today, Q&As. If you have any questions, feel free. Any questions around anything, not personal questions, not for today. Unless your personal question could be of service to others, could help others. But I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen to you, what is specifically your intuitive powers. It's not really today's goal. But if you have a struggle, and sharing your story could help others, I'll be happy to answer the question. I asked last week if people had questions. Nobody posted or any comments, but I received a few DMs, so I'll share what I received with you and we'll talk. So it's a conversation, so feel free to give your feedback, your impressions, or whatever you feel could be the answer. It's a conversation. All right, beautiful ones. All right, so close your eyes right now. We will just start today with a beautiful opening activation. So you receive the information from a energetic point of view. There will be some talking today, and your mind might be tempted to analyze what's coming through. Your mind might be tempted to understand, does it apply to me? Is it for me? How do I connect with this answer? We're asking the mind to take a break today. And we're welcoming your heart center to open up. So take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely through the mouth until no more breath. Let's do this 3 more times. Beautiful. So imagine yourself in a place where you feel comfortable. It's not your home, it's not your garden, it's somewhere outside. You choose the season, you choose the landscape, you choose your own posture, seated, standing, on a mountain top, by the ocean, in an open field, lying down on your back. It doesn't matter, it's whatever you feel. What you feel your body needs, what you feel your heart center needs to feel in complete communion with your earth self, your higher self, and all the beings who are working with you to help you understand what your journey is, to help you understand what you need to work on right now so you can rise into your power. Rising into your power meaning that it is easy for you to receive the guidance, understand the guidance, and know what to do with that guidance. Feeling closer to the completeness of who you are as an earth being incarnated on this planet and as a cosmic being who can easily connect to higher dimensions. And as you feel comfortable in the space you have chosen for yourself, feel your heart center opening up right in the middle of your chest. As I speak right now, you may or may not feel some beautiful warmth in your body. If you do, feel it, see it, imagine this warmth traveling from the center of your heart, of your chest, I should say, from your heart center, and spreading all around, expanding, feeling it in your shoulders, in your upper back, feeling it in your neck, in your throat, in your head, Feeling this energy that again is it's taking all its momentum from your heart center, spreading in your back, lower back, tummy area, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, your arms, your hands, your fingers, down to your toes. Feeling you are in this beautiful place of yours, connected to a sense of I'm fine, I'm safe, and I trust. I trust that I have all the answers to the questions I have around my own journey as a human being, remembering his or her divine nature. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes so we can have a little conversation, answer some questions. And again, feel free to ask your questions as my conversation with you might ignite more questions. So I have a question from, actually, I won't say the names because I received those questions via DM, so I'm not going to say who shared that. The first question, how to connect to star beings. So star beings are all around, even for even around the non-believers. Star beings can be called aliens, can be called angels, archangels, can be called the Pleiadians. There's different families, there are different collectives, there's different planets, there are different helpers, there are different groups of beings with different missions, and they connect with you. Specifically, I can feel so much the Pleiadians being here because we're in the teaching mode, and we know, or we remember, that the Pleiadians are actually working with teachers, people who will teach. So is it important for you to know who you work with, like having a name, having really an origin, and the origin of people, beings working with you? No, you can just trust the essence coming through you, but you can ask. If you feel an energy working with you during a meditation, or even right now, if you feel some kind of energy that you cannot fully identify, close your eyes and ask, who's working with me? Sometimes you will get names. I remember, it's something I forgot to add, but I will add it to the Facebook group, which is the meet and greet. Natasha says her guides are Pleiadians. Yes, yes, they're working. There's so many, so many. And sometimes there's like beings from different planets who are joining in and like, where are you from? Because I know my students love to know who we're working with. And I have names and I have to ask them, please, please spell it because it's the first time I hear it. Yeah, Sandra says Pleiadians or one of your star families. Yeah, so you never work with only one families. Your cosmic blueprint might be connected to one star family more than another. I mean, I connected first with the Pleiadians, but right now I'm working with 3 of them, including Arcturus and Sirius or Syrians, and sometimes it differs. Sometimes it's people or beings from Orion. And when I work with students, I have beings from Aldebaran. I have names of planets I do not know until I search online and I find it. And so, is it important? No, it's not really important. There's a lot of similarities between their energies, light beings from star planets. Most of the ones connecting with light workers have such a wonderful vibration that it just feels like you're talking to God, you're talking to some. I'm not comparing, I'm not getting into religion, but sometimes when we do not know how to describe the energies, coming to us, through us. We talk about a God energy. We're talking about such a vibration holding so much love that it's even hard to describe. Um, it's even hard to define. So yes, ask. It's great sometimes to know that other light workers are working with the same families, but it's not that important. But if you ask, you will get. Okay, if you want to. So how to connect with them? They're here. Yeah, they're here. They're everywhere. They're helping you. What you may call your spirit guides, what you may call your guardian angels, or most of the time star beings. So they're there. Why? Because they hold an information. They hold an energy. They hold a knowledge that you're ready to work with, that you're ready to share. They might work with you for the rest of your life or just for a short period of time until you just incorporate whatever they want you to work with. And when I say want you, you're not forced. It's just an invitation to work with their level of energy. So there's no recipe, just asking, but be open to receive. I mean, if you're new at this, you will need some training to see the words. And if you don't see any visions or you don't have any words, just start to search online. Start to search online and open books and see, oh, okay, this name seems to come back many, many times. That could be an indication. But being aware that we're helped from another perspective by beings who we have been, who we are. That is important. We are part of them. They're not more intelligent beings who are trying to come here and are trying to teach us something. We're part of them. We just have chosen a mission here, so we need to reconnect to our family up there. But our conscious mind here on earth forgot, totally forgot. So we have a feeling they're different. We have a feeling we're disconnected from them. But as you know, every time you connect with them and on your journey, you'll realize that we're all one. We're all one family, and these people are you. These people are parts of who you are part of who you are. So if you have more questions about that, feel free to ask. The other question I have is it okay, how do I know it's not my mind speaking? So when you're channeling, I have this many times with my students, but how do I know that how do I know it's not my mind speaking? Well, quickly, when your mind is speaking, okay, let's say you close your eyes, you feel you're channeling, you're receiving information. So you have two possible ways of channeling. You have the I do both, but my dominant channeling ability is the observer. So I receive the information, image, like using my clairs. So receiving images, sounds, knowledge, and visions, and I describe what I see. This is one way. And when this is coming through, your mind is still observing because it needs to share, it needs to translate, it needs to really express and describe what is happening. So it's true that when you're using this kind of channeling, it is easier to lose your connection and start to think that, oh my God, I'm making this up. I'm possibly making this up. I just have like blurred visions and just like tiny little information, and I'm just like describing it and I'm making a story out of this. So just know that when you receive guidance from higher realities, it comes a lot faster than your ability to describe it. So it means that it requires a certain time for me to think a word, a concept, a sentence, and verbalize it. Channeling is a lot faster than this process. And what happens is that you receive the information and then, oh, I'm saying it. It might might happen in 2 seconds, and still, it will be faster than the thought process. So that's how you know. It's when the information comes in, and then you start to describe whatever feeling it triggers, whatever surprise it might trigger within you. It's still faster than the thought process. It's always positive. It's always holding a very loving energy. So how do you know your mind is speaking? Well, your mind will pause, will try to understand, to analyze, and again, it will be a lot slower, a lot slower. So does it answer that question? And you need to practice. Okay, yeah, I said the other way of channeling is when the the energy wants to speak through you is completely taking over. So the first one is more telepathic. It's more you receive an information that somebody's trying to say, and then you convey it to your client, to people, you write it down, whatever. You're aware that you're doing something, even though these are not your thoughts, these are not your visions, still you are acting, you're writing it, you are talking about it. But the pure channeling is really, it's like the entity speaks through you. And a lot of channelers won't even remember the content because it's not them who were simply not transcribing, but translating the information. They were like their conscious mind was like almost in dreamland, somewhere floating, and an entity took your voice, took your body to express the message. They're all good. I have to admit that the pure channeling will hold the purest language, the purest light language, because your mind is totally out there, not thinking. That's what is happening with light language. It's coming too fast that your mind can say, oh, this is weird what I'm doing. There's no time to even, you can stop. Of course, you can decide any time to stop, but your mind is just observing what you're doing as if you were outside your own body and your body was on automatic pilot doing that whole thing. So again, channeling always positive, always uplifting, and the mind could be doubting. That's how you know. I have a question. How do you connect if you can only feel an uncomfortable emotion with them? About the beings, you would need to, Giselle, you would need probably to expand your question a little bit. If you feel uncomfortable with them, find out if you are the source of the discomfort or their energy is not comfortable, meaning like, are you scared? You don't know how to communicate with them. You feel that you should be doing something else and you're not ready for that. That is coming from you. So light beings, the pure light beings, are benevolent, they're loving. So they won't push you if you're not ready. They won't push you. They will just they will keep on trying to find a channel of communication that makes you feel comfortable and at peace. So if visions are scary, as it can be, they might decide to talk to you through words. So maybe automatic writing is something you would need to explore. Maybe meditate, you feel comfortable with them, but their energy is not comfortable. So then you have to ask them to identify themselves and what they want. And as soon as you know, find out if you want to work with them or not. But if you don't like their energy, thank you, goodbye. I don't need to work with you. I have other friends waiting for me. You don't need to. Entities will, or collectives will work with you based on the energy you are vibrating with. If you're worried, stressed, and thinking negative, I don't say you are negative, Giselle, but sometimes, because it could be your surrounding or your surroundings, it doesn't have to be with you. I mean, to be your own energy, but You have control all the time to say, I do not want to connect with you. It did happen to me when I was unconsciously connecting with beings who crossed over. I am not interested in that at all. And they loved me. Of course, they loved me because I'm connecting with light beings. So for them, it was like every time I was meditating, channeling, or even falling asleep, for them, it's like seeing a light in a dark space. So they want to really connect to that light because they're so sure this light is the solution, is the exit, is the guidance, and healing can come through this. So when that happens against my will, it's really rare now, but it used to. I'm just asking them to go to the light. But I'm telling them, and I'm telling my higher self and star team and my guides, I don't want that. I'm not interested. I'm here for another reason. I am not interested to connect with this. Okay, Giselle says, then I guess I didn't realize I could say no since I have signed up to be of service. You don't need to sacrifice any part of yourself. You do not need to work with entities you do not like. On the other hand, if what I sense for you, Giselle, is more a mediumship, if you do not feel comfortable with this, you ask to raise your vibration and you connect with others. If you're intrigued and you want to work with this, then guide them to the light. And you have to ask them. I mean, I mean, I don't want to spook anyone here because to me it was not spooky, but I fell during my episodes of mediumship on people, yeah, who had been violent in this life and took other people with them when they died. I won't get into the details. I didn't have the names. I just wanted to get out of there because I'm not interested in doing this. But your mission, if that happens, is not to say, yeah, yeah, just to say, what are you coming here? Get a clear answer. And if you feel that these are lost souls, ask, go to the light, go to the light. Your mission is over. You are not meant to be here. It's time to move forward where love is. You will feel loved. You will feel greeted. Angels are waiting. Just send them to the light. And that's what I did when I fell on many times. Sometimes it's weird because sometimes it's a mom with her child. Sometimes it's as I said, a man who unfortunately took other people with him into the death process. So everybody was stuck in the limbo, whatever thing. And I was like, I appeared there and I was just so many souls coming to me. And I just said, I just asked my God, get me out of there. This is not my stuff. And as soon as I said that, I could feel a portal of white light opening behind me. And I was like a like a host, this way, everyone, this way. And so all the victims of that man just really left to the light. I'm not sure he did. I don't think he was ready, but they were stuck to a place. They were probably ghosts for other people. But Giselle says, I think they were a collective. Okay, I think there's a collective work I'm supposed to work with. I hear you that I can just point. Yeah, for sure. I mean, being a channeler, being a healer, being a light worker means that you will definitely develop all your intuitive abilities at one point, but you have the right to choose. Nothing is a sacrifice. Everything has to be done in a loving energy. Everything has to be done with a clear focus of what you have to do. And that's the same thing when I tell people, let's find out what your soul purpose is so you can use your powers in a way that is aligned with your soul purpose, that you don't go everywhere, that you you have the right to decide. It's like you have a job, you have the right to decide whether you want that position, what when you want to work in that field, in that department, you have the choice. So yeah, I hope it answers your question. Okay, I hope it answers. But every time you're connecting to an energy you do not like, just show love. Don't be scared, because your energy is a lot. You hold light, and they see the light. It's like being stuck in a labyrinth or in a maze, and suddenly somebody opens a door and it's full of light, and you think, oh my God, this person got in the maze. She probably or he probably knows how to get out, so I'm going to go to that person. Let me know where I need to go, what I need to do. I've been stuck here in this limbo for sometimes they don't have any clue. Sometimes it's years, and for them it's weeks, and sometimes it's weeks and it feels years for them. So you cannot just say, yeah, I don't want you. It's your role. Your role is not to deny them. Your role is to hold the light and ask your guides. Ask your guides if um, if they want to help you with this, okay? But show them the light. Really show them the light. That's very important. Another question. Okay, I don't know what my soul purpose is. Will it hinder my psychic abilities? So the answer is no, 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 no. I mean, I didn't know why and how I was supposed to use this. If you're at the beginning of the process of awakening to your divine powers, just have fun. Just enter this adventure with curiosity. Do it part-time. Talk about it. Explore and have fun, and then work with people. There will be a moment where that won't be enough anymore, and it will be okay. I have these abilities. What am I supposed to do with them? I have these abilities. Am I supposed to keep them for myself, or am I supposed to help others? And as soon as this questioning enters your consciousness, your mind, then it is time to ask for your soul purpose if it didn't come naturally. Okay? Your soul purpose is definitely to heal yourself, to remember your cosmic powers, but then you need to know how you're meant to help others if that is part of your blueprint. You can find that on your own because you're starting to channel, feel free. But when you're stuck, that's where people like me will come into play. If you feel that period in your life where you do not know what to do and with your powers and how to express them, and you feel that it's dragging, that it's heavy, that it's a bit sluggish, that it's like, oh, and then you start to say, oh, since I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, I'll let go. You let go until it comes back later. Might come back. I have wonderful friends who are channelers, and because life took them on another path, or because they didn't think it was great to combine their everyday work with their channeling abilities, they have like blocked it completely. And I know by experience that it will come back. If you do not listen to this, and you cannot juggle with your earth life and your intuitive self and try to blend that so it flows easily and it's fun for you, then it starts to get frustrating. And then you start to feel tension because you hear the calling of the cosmic world and you're like, no, I'm not ready yet. No, I'm not ready. I don't know, whatever. It's important to clear all this. And when you clear all this, it allows you to understand why you're here, and you're not blocking the creative flow of this. So of course I'm here to help people develop their intuitive abilities and understand why they're here. As soon as you know what your soul purpose is, then You feel a lot more solid, a lot more solid. So soul purpose is important in how to use your powers, like having a clear process. That is so important. Meaning that if one day you wake up in the morning and you wonder, "Oh, what's next? I'm not sure, I'm not happy anymore." You will always have in your heart center your mission. That will be your beacon. That's so important. And I hope that this helps. So again, you could always develop your intuitive powers without having a clear vision of what your intuitive powers are. And it's still not that crucial at the beginning. And because I'm talking to light workers and working with light workers with a mission, who are leading light workers who want to change the world, the way humans are living their lives. It's one step at a time, I get it, but we're here for that. So I'll take you where you are and we will get clear around your soul purpose if you're still wondering what it is. That is important. And again, feel free to ask questions if you have some along the way. Okay, can I make a living? Yeah, I kind of organized the questions to make sure they follow a certain order, but can I make a living as an energy healer? And I added as a light worker. So this person has healing abilities. So can I make a living as a light worker? But that question could be for channelers, for card readers, for people who are channeling and they're writing. They're really transcribing the teachings into books, or people who want to speak in public. Can you make a living? So I'm going to ask a question, and I would love to actually read your answers live or as a replay. To make a living from it. It's not can I, it's do you want to make a living from it? Do you see yourself working full-time, part-time, offering your gifts and getting some kind of compensation so you can maybe dedicate more time to it? So I would be curious to just hear from you. Do you want to make a living? Because the question, can I make a living from sharing my gifts, is yes, of course you can make a living. But it's not, when you ask a question, can I, it's almost like you're asking permission and you're waiting for a clear answer, almost like an authorization. Yes, of course, this is the way to do it. You have the right to do it. Doesn't work like that with the universe. It's like, do you feel it? Do you want it? Do you sense that if you don't do it, you're going to miss out on something? And if the answer, and you can close your eyes whenever I'm stuck and I'm not sure about the answer, I close my eyes. And every time I feel like that would feel good. That would feel good if I was sharing my gifts with one or two people, if I was offering a few sessions per month, or if I was working with many. Just close your eyes. Does it feel good? You can see, really far in the future, or you can just like, what if in 2 months from now, I could just have one client a week, 3 clients a month? How would it feel? And you see yourself doing it and it flows easily, your clients are happy, then the answer is yes. Hello, beautiful. Hello. So the answer, yes, you can make a living, but it requires some organization. It requires you to see if you have enough money to do it, to see if you need to keep a full-time job. Everything is possible. You can have a full-time job somewhere else and start slowly to develop your intuitive abilities until you don't have to quit everything, unless you can financially. Then you can take as long as you want to feel strong in your powers and know how you're supposed to work with people. That is fine. But if you don't have the money yet, well, then what is important is that you slowly develop your intuitive powers. Then you start to work part-time, and then whenever you see that it's flowing regularly, then that's it. Ditch the full-time job and work full-time. But for some people that will take a year, for others it will take 10. And there's no right or wrong, as long as it feels good. if you feel this frustration because you're not where you feel you should be, then it's time for you to check energetically what is blocking you. Now, more and more light workers are opening up. They're brave. They're telling the world, this is what I'm doing. I don't care if you don't understand. I will find people who understand and who need me. So just saying out there who you are obviously opens a vortex of energy, and people can just enter this vortex, read your energy, and they're ready to work with you. They're ready to, they hear you. They can hear the vibration you're sending there. And that's how it starts. That's really how it starts. And because more and more light workers are telling who they are, mainstream, again, we have more and more authors, more and more teachers showing that it is possible. So people who are not awakened yet, who are not awakened yet, will hear more about it. They will see more about it. They will have examples of people around them doing that kind of stuff, all that cosmic and beautiful light working stuff, and meaning that you will have more and more clients. So not only you do it for yourself, I'm talking about awakening to your divine powers. Not only do you do it for yourself, you do it also for so you can align, so people can see what you're doing. So you do it for self-healing. You open a vortex so people know what you're doing, but you're also opening the path for future light workers who will look up to you to lead them in a certain way. Even if you're not officially a teacher, they will look at you, they will see that, oh my God, she was working at a bank like 5 years ago, and now she has like 10, 20 clients a week doing her healing work. And that will let that person understand, well, that's what it means. Maybe I have those intuitive abilities too. I sense them, I feel them. It's time for me to investigate. So not only you being brave, telling the world who you are, sharing your gift, offering your services to others, or awakening. This process is awakening humans that are just curious about it. And those humans who are curious about it become clients to you and other light workers. So to be honest with you, more and more will need us. So just organize yourself, plan yourself in a way that you don't leave everything behind, because sometimes a drastic cut might be hard. But if financially you can do it and focus like full time on your training, on exploring, that is wonderful. But for most of us, we need to just work somewhere else, full time, part time, and slowly disconnect from the work and the job and the environment that doesn't work for us, and slowly rise. Every journey is unique. So I hope it helps. But more than ever, there's potential for light workers to make a living from it, more than ever, because of the online access, because of people. Again, we have so many authors writing about it, writing about the star seeds, about the intuitive powers, offering training, offering mentorship. It's everywhere if you look for it. But even if you don't look for it, eventually you will cross somebody's road, and that person will awaken you to something else that needs to be awakened within you. So even if you resist this, it will come to you. But the best is to be proactive. The best is to really enter the process, to enter the energy that is leading you to be of service. And the question that I get so much, and sometimes I get that in the comments after, whenever I share a video, when I talk about intuitive powers and I talk about my job, and I say, yeah, I can activate you, I can help you understand your intuitive power so you don't waste time, so you don't get confused. I'm a light worker mentor, and people will say, wow, we don't need a mentor to develop our intuitive powers. It's there, it's within us. Why do we need to invest in a training or in a coaching program? And the answer is true. You do not need a coach. You do not need a light worker mentor. You do not need a teacher. You have that within you. Everybody has it, even the ones who don't know, who don't believe. It's accessible. Again, not everyone in this lifetime will express their intuitive powers, but it's accessible to all of us. Now, some people will feel that it's hard to get it out, it's hard to express it. And sometimes the discomfort of, I know something is happening, I don't know how, is waiting so much that they need help to help them get it out. It's like anything. If you want to learn a language, you will go to somebody who is mastering that language. Could you read it? Could you learn it on yourself through videos? Maybe. There's always somebody out there who went through a similar journey, and working with them, working with me, working with everyone who feels aligned with your journey will simply help you avoid moments of stagnation, moments of despair, of disappointment. And I leave it behind. It's not leading anywhere. I'm not learning anything anymore. I'm not developing any powers anymore. I don't even know why I'm supposed to do this. I'm telling you, there will be a time where you will need to talk to somebody who has done the work, so you don't stay in that lingering position and you're like, what's next? I've tried so much to do it on my own through books. Books are great, but there's a time where so many things are coming to your vision, your clairs are so, your sixth sensory tools are so activated that you need to understand. So, do you need a teacher or a mentor? No. But will it help? Yes. When you're ready, it will help. You don't need to unless you feel ready. And again, it's like anything, you will be supported along the way. So, yeah, these were the questions. I know I have more questions that I could answer, but I don't want to take too much time. Again, I'm always talking a little bit longer. So let me know if you have more questions around the alignment, the abundance. We could talk about abundance. There's so many topics, about this, about this awakening process, understanding who you are. It's really hard to hold that in 1 hour, but you're not alone. You always have friends, you always have a community. I'm here if you need support. Everything's going to happen either way. Now, there's a way to make it easier. There's always a way. Don't resist the flow of energy that is trying to come through you. Have fun, ask questions, but you do not need to do it on your own. It's not because there's no official school helping light workers master their powers that it means that that's it. You have to do it in your corner. There's nobody who can help me. There's so many people out there willing to help you, either through programs, through even sessions. So it is important that you follow that calling. This calling not only will bring you healing, will bring you a sense of, I'm not alone. I'm really connected to those energy that want to speak with me, that want to speak through me. And they're all the time, everywhere around you, every time, even when it feels really, really bad, where there's always a time where you can say, okay, I'm just getting out of that situation. I'm communicating with my star family, with my higher self. Okay, how do I navigate in this? So beautiful ones, if you have more questions, let me know. I will be very happy to answer them. Just trust the process. And again, if you need support along the way, I'm here. That's my job. I'm really here wherever you're at. I'm working with motivated light workers. So I'm not doing what I call cosmic tourism. I'm not channeling to just let people know about what's coming ahead for them. I'm really working with light workers who really want to go through the depth of what it means, the depth and the highs, and the highs of what it means to be a light worker, which means self-healing, which means uncovering your soul purpose, which means strengthening your connection with your higher self and star team, and understanding that if we uncover, and we will uncover your soul purpose, that you have the energy, the will, and the motivation and the focus to follow along. Because as soon as you know your soul purpose, and and how to use your powers, you need to take actions. That's probably what's the hardest, how to transmute all this into concrete actions. And that's about it. So if ever you want to work with me, all you have to do is send me a DM. You can contact me simply by, I will just put it there. There it is. NatalieRestore.com/chat. You book a call if you want to chat with me. If you really want to find out through a conversation how I can help you. And it's not only to tell you what I can offer, it's also understanding your journey and how I can help you in that journey and how we can personalize. Right now, I'm just working one-on-one, and I don't have group programs. More will come. I have so many things flowing in my mind, and I'm channeling, but right now I want to work with just people who want to have that kind of one-on-one mentoring, and I'm here to help you. So when you're ready, I'm ready for you. Let's chat. Let's communicate together. And until then, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Let's see if I read everything. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Big, big hugs, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye bye for now. Bye.